Hey, what is up mortals? It is JamesCfer here, and before I get into today's video, there's a few things I'd like to say. Firstly, check out Anime Royalty. The link to the Discord is in the description below. It's launching on the 15th, and that should actually be today when this video goes up. Not sure when this video is going up, but it should be the day of. Anyway, check it out, please support it. It's got myself and a bunch of other anime YouTubers on it, and we're all giving this 100% to try and expand our content. And yeah, if you feel like supporting this channel with money, well, there's always the Patreon, and there's probably a merch store on Anime Royalty actually. You should probably go check that out if you're interested. Oh, and other thing, if you don't have money to throw at the channel, I understand. I couldn't always throw money at channels either. So, what I recommend doing in that case is liking the video, commenting on the video, and United Nations smashing that like button. I said double like the video. Yes, do it. Anyway, that's everything. Now let's get into the video. What if Deku had boosted gear? Yes, this is a HighSchool DXD what if from My Hero Academia. Before we get into the what if, I'll give a quick rundown of what boosted gear is. Boosted gear, or formerly called sacred gear, is also known as the Red Dragon Emperor Gauntlet, which is a mid-tier longus, where the Welsh dragon, Dagri, resides in. I can never pronounce that right, I am so sorry for butchering it. The gauntlet has the ability to enhance the user's capabilities as well, and transfer the power from anyone or to any object, which is rather useful. The power gives the user the ability to pretty much multiply their abilities, basically times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 over and over and over again. And every time he does something like this, the gear shouts boost, boost, boost. Their limit is to basically be shown by what the dragon in the gauntlet says the maximum is. So it's basically set by the user's physical, emotional, psychological, and how far they're willing to push their body. The gauntlet can also give promotion like evil chess pieces, such as the rook, knight, bishop, and queen. These basically give the users the power of each chess piece as they promote to different areas. The rook's basically a tank, high defense and attack, but low pretty much everything else. If they're promoted to knight, they gain speed, but have pretty bad defense. If they're promoted to bishop, they have enhanced magical ability, but it takes time to recharge, and if they're promoted to queen, they have an even balance of all of those pieces. The gauntlet reacts and responds to the user's feelings and desires, which can make them stronger, well, when they're super emotional, which is Deku pretty much all of the time. The gauntlet has dragons, well, a dragon sealed into it, and that's where we're starting to get into the area of, okay, is this a quirk or is this not? So we're just taking it as the gauntlet itself. So his quirk is this gauntlet. So, the first thing we would have to note is Deku wouldn't be bullied in school because he would have this quirk, which means Bakugo would actually respect him more. He's still mean to him because he's jealous of him, and Deku would be far more confident than at the start of the anime. Fast forward a few months to before the UA exams, and Bakugo says jealously, "You planning to join UA? You won't make it, you should just jump off the school building." Deku knows that he's jealous of him though. It's not like in the original when Deku was, well, you know, Deku, all depressed and stuff. Deku takes this with a grain of salt and walks home. As Deku's walking home, he runs into the sludge villain. As he's about to be attacked, Deku activates his sacred gear on his right arm. A red gauntlet with 2 green jewels in it and 10 golden spikes then manifests on Deku's arm. The gauntlet yells boost as Deku jumps back, launching a red energy bolt right at the sludge villain. This basically blasts the sludge villain in half, which slowly begins to reform and tries to attack again, when suddenly All Might yells, "I am here! Mizuzuri, smash!" Deku is excited. He gets to see his idol saving him. And then Deku's blasted back a little bit by the wind pressure. All Might catches him though. All Might says, "I saw what you did. Good work. Stay safe." All Might jumps away, but Deku grabs onto him, which makes All Might drop the sludge villain. Deku asks All Might if he can be a hero with his, and then the gauntlet interrupts saying, "He's a really big fan of yours. He has pictures of you all over his room." Deku's embarrassed and says, "Stop, that's not true." All Might realizes this kid is a mega fan and laughs while spitting out blood because he's becoming skinny. Deku freaks out over this and just says, "Are you fake, All Might?" All Might says, "No, this is real, mate. I have an injury, and that's even the best of the doctors in this world can fix." Basically, he's just coughing up blood everywhere. Please keep this a secret, will ya? More importantly, your quirk. It can talk to you? Yes, I am the dragon, and I can talk to him. I am sealed within the gauntlet. All Might is shocked. He's never seen a quirk quite like this before. You can easily become a quirk. Powered hero with a quirk like this, he says as he buffs up again, leaping away. Deku checks to see if his book is signed, and sure enough it is, which makes him smile. He walks back home suddenly when he sees a crowd of heroes and civilians. Deku's gauntlet yells boost several times as he runs towards it. Deku sees his classmate Bakugo. Deku then realizes he made All Might drop the sludge villain. Deku goes over and sees that no one's doing pretty much anything. They're just all keeping a distance. No one's doing anything to help Bakugo. This is all Deku's fault. Deku thinks to himself, why aren't the heroes doing anything? This isn't right. We shouldn't hesitate at times like this. He's gonna die. The dragon says to him, what are you doing? Get in there and save your friend. Deku says, but I'm too weak. I'm too weak to help. Anyways, All Might will be here soon. You just said a moment ago that heroes shouldn't hesitate at times like these. Yet here you are. You'll never become number one by doing nothing, Deku says. I guess you're right. He looks up and then realizes that even if Bakugo has been pretty mean to him his whole life, Deku needs to do something, because it's the right thing to do. Boost, 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 boost! Deku is just stacking boosts on top of each other. Deku launches a red blast, and it hits the sludge villain, blowing away part of the sludge villain as Bakugo falls out. That's all you got? Deku keeps boosting. Deku punches the sludge villain in the face. His hand gets stuck in the sludge villain, and the villain just laughs. You fell for it, kid! Just like this other guy. Deku grins, and there's still more boosting going on in the background. He uses a blast to push pretty much the sludge villain away, and the sludge villain just expands like a balloon and pops, bits of it going everywhere. The sludge villain begins to form back around Deku, and Deku can't do much about this. And then there's a burst of motion as All Might grabs him, and he pulls both Deku and Bakugo to a safe distance. He then takes care of the sludge villain nearly straight away. I am here! The crowd cheers for All Might. All Might takes Bakugo and says, I'll take him to somewhere safe. All Might takes the sludge villain to the police station and then comes back to speak to Deku. All Might says, in a couple of months I'll be teaching at UA for class 1A. Deku says, really? I'm enrolling there too. All Might grins and says, work hard, because the best of the best try to get into that school, and before I forget, here's my personal number. If you need anything, call me. Thank you. He looks at Midoriya in the eyes. Thank you for being what a hero should be, not what they are these days. After giving All Might after All Might gives Deku the number, he leaps off into the sunset. I'm so sorry everyone, this is fairly low quality audio for the video. I messed up quite a bit while I was doing it, and while this is the last audio I had time to actually get done, so I didn't have too much time to go and re-record everything. I understand if you want a thumbs down. Please don't though. Hurts YouTube stats apparently. I'd prefer it if you liked, subscribed, and commented. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. You should all do that. Yeah. As I said, there's a few other things going on in the channel. Go down to the description if you want to check that out. And yeah, that's it for this video. So peace out, mortals. Have an amazing day. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining.